Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the August content update, including news on the Max Finale event coming in late August. Lots of stuff to look forward to. It's going to be a grand event. Lots of interesting things, lots of not so interesting things. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the forecast is going to be for August. First, let's take a look at all the Pokemon that are going to be appearing in Max Battles as well as Raids, just to get this out of the way before we start delving into the events. First, for Max Battles, we're going to have Ammonite from August 4th to the 10th, and it will be in the Max Monday on that week. Then we have Trubbish from August 11th to the 17th, also again going to be featured during that Max Monday. Chansey from August 25th to the 31st, featured during Max Monday. And Pidove from September 1st to the 7th, right to the very end of the season of Delightful Days going. It's also going to be in the Max Monday featured Pokemon. And then for 5-star raids, we've got Lugia coming back, which will be from August 4th to the 11th. Then we have Ho-Oh from August 11th to the 18th. And then we have Necrozma coming back to the game August 25th to September 2nd. Not sure if we'll be getting any kind of fusion energy for that, but I'm honestly kind of tired of Necrozma. I mean, all three, Lugia and Ho-Oh are great because they're like nostalgic, they're pretty epic. Necrozma, like, we've kind of had a lot of in the past year, I think. But I mean, if you're a newer player, I get it. But even if you're a newer player, you've experienced Necrozma in the past year. You have, unless you just started playing 6 months ago. Five. I think it had a raid day, what, like November, January, something like that. It was recent. Anyway, for Mega Raids, we have Mega Ampharos coming August 4th to the 11th. We have Mega Slowbro August 11th to the 18th. We've got Mega Pidgeot August 18th to the 25th. And then Mega Salamence August 25th to September 2nd. The 5-star raid Pokemon will also have their featured raid hours for the weeks that they are available, which will be on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. as always. The Shadow Pokemon for the month of August is going to be a re-up of Shadow Regirock. And then the Spotlight hours are going to be the following. On August 5th, for 2x Catch Stardust, we have Swirlix. On August 12th, for 2x Catch XP, we have Plusle, as well as Minun. And then on August 19th, for 2x Catch Candy, we have Ralts. And August 26th, for 2x Transfer Candy, we have Lechonk. Okay, now let's start to talk about the events for this month. There's a lot of them. I love that they even have one for August 10th that's just 3 question marks. Okay, not a lot of information yet, as usual, as we get closer to the month, which we're already pretty close, but we're about 8 days out, so lots of information will be coming up about the forecast of events for August as we get closer to August. So first we have Fossil Research Day on August 2nd. That's going to feature Tyrunt and Amara. Not a crazy exciting one in my opinion. It's, I don't know, that's another Pokemon that we've had lots of featured time with. So we're gonna have, the spawns for that are going to be Ammonite, Kabuto, Lileep, Anorith, Cranidos, Shieldon, Tortuga, and Archon, the usual suspects when it comes to a fossil event. And then in field research tasks, you'll have a heightened shiny rate of Tyrunt and Amara. So if you've been to one of the live events, you'll know that Tyrunt and Amara are featured most of the time, I feel like, at least one or the other. So this is, it's medium fun, I would say. It's not the most exciting event of the month. So yeah, take with that what you will. Then on August 3rd, we'll have Gigantamax Butterfree Max Battle Day. You know me, I love me a Max Battle Day. I think the Gigantamax and the Dynamax Pokemon are, they don't shake up the game. You can't say that because it's a very insular thing. Only Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon can battle each other. They haven't brought it into raids or trainer battles yet. Hopefully soon at some point. But it is a very exciting feature in the game, and I'm super stoked about it. It's an excuse to celebrate a Pokemon that's been out for a while, but it has a new form, and I think the battling's exciting. I think it's better than raids, in my opinion. So Gigantamax, Butterfree Max Battle Day. Then on August 3rd to the 6th, we have an event called Sweet Swarm. And we have no info on that. So cool, okay. Let me just look to see if we have any info on the remainder events for August real quick. Give me a sec. Okay, literally nothing about any of the events coming out except for the Max Finale shebang that's going to be happening at the end of the month. But we do have some things that are potentially exciting. Sweet Swarm and Cozy Companions are going to be those week-long events. We're going to have a Hatch Day, which will be fun. We're going to have a Team Rocket event on August 11th to the 17th, which means that Gibble is going to be taken out of the lineup. Gosh, I think Gibble was released in May, so yeah, that's 3 months. So get your Gibble if you're really looking for it. You've only got a few weeks left. August 11th. Also Horsey. I maybe should start prioritizing Horsey. Yeah, so we can assume that that's probably going to happen during a Taken Over event. Then we also have the 2025 Pokemon World Championships in Anaheim, and there's going to be a coinciding global event. Nothing too crazy, I imagine. It never usually is, but that'll be something fun. There's going to be a Shadow Raid weekend, which is always exciting. Maybe it'll be Dialga or Palkia with the shiny release. We'll see. Usually when there's a Shadow Raid weekend, there is a shiny release. So then on August 25th to August 31st, you have the event Sunkissed Shores. August 30th, we have Community Day, which is going to be Rookie D as we voted. And then the last event of the month is going to be a Mega Raid Day on August 31st. So what's that going to be? Mega Metagross, maybe? That was hinted. We have an event called Dark Skies, and that is going to be the event that leads up to the Max Finale event. So this is where we could actually start talking about some of the exciting stuff that's going to be happening at the end of the month. Okay, there's a lot to go over. Okay, so first we have the Max Finale event going from August 23rd to the 24th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time, much like Pokemon GO Fest with the time period, and it's going to be taken up the entire weekend, but it is going to be working a lot differently than actual GO Fest. So from August 18th to the 23rd, we'll have an event called Dark Skies, where it's kind of the lead up to this big event where we get to encounter Eternatus. So first, you should know that the Max Finale event is going to be free to everybody. There is kind of a caveat, I think, but we'll go over that in a minute. But first, leading up to that, we've got this Go Pass Max Finale thing that will start on Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. It will be available to everybody, and it will expire on Sunday, August 24th at 9 p.m. local time. Trainers will automatically receive Go Pass Max Finale on Monday. And then from Monday to Sunday, from Monday, August 18th to Friday, August 22nd, you can collect Go points up to a daily cap, which is kind of the typical thing when it comes to a Go Pass. And then that weekend, there's going to be no limit, so you can achieve as many levels and tiers as you would like. For trainers looking for upgraded rewards and faster progression, check out Go Pass Deluxe, Max Finale, a paid version. While progressing through the deluxe version of the Go Pass, you can claim all the rewards from both the free and the deluxe, as usual. And you can upgrade to a Go Pass Deluxe at any time and still collect the rewards that you missed. Rewards unlocked in Go Pass Max Finale will expire on Tuesday, August 26th at 9 p.m. So be sure to claim rewards before they're gone. Featured Pokemon and rewards for the regular Go Pass. You'll have the encounter with Eternatus, and you'll only be able to get one Eternatus. And basically, during the Max Finale event, when you're doing Eternatus max battles, you'll only be getting candy for it. And apparently it's going to need a lot more candy to actually power it up because it's that powerful. In the main series games, Eternatus isn't even really an option to use because it's so powerful. At least the Dynamax version. I'm not sure if we'll be able to use the regular version. I imagine we would, but that's not clarified in here. So we'll be getting an encounter with Eternatus through the Go Pass, again, which is available to everyone, so you don't need to pay anything in order to get it. You don't need to get the Go Pass Deluxe for it. So along with Eternatus, you'll also get random encounters with Dynamax Pokemon, Candy, including Eternatus Candy, as well as Max Particles. And be sure to hoard those Max Particles, because this Max Finale event can end up being very expensive. There's just so many Dynamax Pokemon and Gigantamax Pokemon to battle that it's 800 MP to battle a lot of the major ones. So anyway, trainers who upgrade to Go Pass Deluxe can also earn the following rewards: increased chance of encountering shiny Dynamax Pokemon typically found in 1 through 4-star Dynamax battles. That is very exciting. I think that the shiny rate for Dynamax Pokemon is anywhere between 1 in 64 and 1 in 28. I do not think it's full odds. Personally, I've been able to get a good handful. I got a Ghastly, a Machop, and I got the 3 starters, but the heightened shiny chance means that I could potentially get Shuckle, Sableye. These are some really exciting ones that I'm totally gonna go for and I can't wait for. So that's a reason to get the Go Pass Deluxe. That's reason enough alone. You'll also be able to get an Eternatus avatar item, additional encounters with even more Pokemon, additional Candy and Candy XL, including Eternatus Candy and Candy XL, as well as additional Max Particles and more things that they have not listed. And as you go through each tier, the power for Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash is going to increase in battles that you do. And you'll also be getting additional Max Particles from Power Spots, which is nice. Increased chance for wild encounters near Power Spots, and additional rewards for Max Pokemon placed at Power Spots. So that is pretty cool. So we get to see kind of more of the potential of where they can go with Dynamax and Gigantamax, and maybe they'll start to implement it more in the game where you can battle in raids and you can do trainer battles. That would be nice. So this is how the Dark Skies event is going to go. There are going to be some spawns for this event, but it's not really going to be about the spawns as well as the raids. So spawns for this event: wild encounters, the following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. You got Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, Squobet, and Wooloo. Again, it's not about the wild spawns. In raids, you'll have Zamazenta and Zacian, and there's a chance to get the crown version during their respective raid hours, which for Crowned Sword Zacian, that will be Thursday, August 21st from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. And Crowned Shield Zamazenta will be Friday, August 22nd from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. But the main crux of the Dark Skies event is each day in the week, it's going to feature certain Pokemon. And again, if you have the Deluxe, the shiny rate is up. So for Dynamax battles on Monday, August 18th, the following Pokemon will be featured: Squirtle, Caterpie, Ghastly, Krabby, Shuckle, Sableye, Beldum, Latias, Latios, Trubbish, Sobble, and Hatenna. That's a lot. That's a lot to go for. That's a whole day that you have these available. And then you go on to the next day, Tuesday, August 19th, and Wednesday, August 20th. You'll have Charmander, Ammonite, Kabuto, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, which I still need because they only ever released those, like, they didn't have raid weekends for those. They were just released during the week, and I never had I'm sure a lot of people are in the same boat. Those were kind of a struggle. I don't have any of those shinies. You'll also have Pidove, Drillbur, Cryogonal, Rookidee, Toxtricity, both forms, and Scorbunny. Going into Thursday, August 21st and Friday, August 22nd, you'll have Bulbasaur, Machop, Chansey, Raikou, Suicune, Entei, Wailmer, Darumaka, Passimian, Grookey, Squovet, Wooloo, and Phalanx. Again, increased shiny rate. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it'll be like 1 in 20. Not totally sure. But it's definitely an exciting event that will get you ready for the Max Finale, which, speaking of which... Oh, wait, hold on. There are event bonuses for the Dark Skies event. And very important, trainers will receive the following bonuses between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. local time on event days. More power spots than usual will be active. Power spots will refresh more frequently, and max particle collection limit will increase. And the remote raid pass limit will be increased to 30 from Monday, August 18th to Friday, August 22nd. I'm assuming on Saturday and Sunday, the 23rd and 24th, for max finale, there will be no raid limit. There will also be timed research, and if you have not heard yet on the internet, there is a timed research code that you can redeem to get a Gigantamax, Rillaboom, Cinderace, or Inteleon. If you use the code GO Fest Max, you have until August 3rd at midnight to redeem that code. Otherwise, it just expires. So it's a free Gigantamax Pokemon, and it comes with a seasonal background. Mine ended up being trash, but it's a nice little souvenir, I guess. And really choose whichever one. All three of them are great in the typings that they lead. So yeah, that's gonna be the Dark Skies event. And then we have the Max Finale event, which will be going from August 23rd and 24th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. as I mentioned, and this is where we get to see every Gigantamax Pokemon that's ever been released, and that is gonna be overwhelming. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that they're releasing them in hourly time slots because it's just crazy. Okay, so Eternamax Eternatus will be one of the Pokemon that you can battle, but again, you won't be able to actually do an encounter. You'll just be getting increased rewards for this Pokemon because, again, it is very hard to power up. You need a lot of resources. So that's where these Eternamax Eternatus battles come in. In addition to Eternamax Eternatus, the following Pokemon will be featured on Saturday, August 23rd, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., Lapras, Gigantamax, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., Snorlax, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., Gengar, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Inteleon, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Venusaur, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Machamp, 4 to 5 Toxtricity Amped Form. And then on Sunday, August 24th, 10 to 11 a.m., we got Rillaboom, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Charizard, 12 to 1 Butterfree, 1 to 2 Kingler, 2 to 3 Blastoise, 3 to 4 Cinderace, 4 to 5 Toxtricity low-key form. Pretty cool. Very fun. The only thing is, it is going to be such an expensive event. Start hoarding all of your max particles now. There's several timed researches and special researches that are awarding MP max particles. Make sure to save those and don't claim those yet so that you can claim them in a time of need during the Max Finale event, because it's 800 particles per Gigantamax Pokemon. I don't see how this is... It's not really the same price as a raid. Let's look it up. Let's see. Well, first of all, there's lots of like discount boxes that you can get for raid passes, which makes raids technically cheaper. There's really no discount boxes for max particles. So this is, by that definition, an expensive event. You're not paying for a ticket, but to do each Gigantamax battle, let me see. Let me check real quick. Okay, so currently the best bang for your buck when it comes to max particle packs is the $8 bundle for 6, and that ends up being $1.33 per max particle pack. Whereas if you were doing the premium battle passes for 3, that's $1. So that means that the Gigantamax raids are going to be 33% more than raids. So this is a little bit more expensive of an event because of that. So hopefully they release, and then that's just buying straight without like a box. And the raid passes have tons of boxes that like where it makes it much more doable and ends up being cheaper. There's nothing like that for max particles. So I really hope that they figure something out for us, because I know I want to go for a lot of these. There's a few that I still really need. So yeah, that's gonna be, oh, and the spawns for this event are not great either. So first, for the raids, for 1-star raids, you've got the Dapper Pikachu with the little steampunk glasses. You've got Phalanx, with the Train Phalanx, and then for 3-star raids. And then for 5-star raids, you have the Crowned Sword Zacian and Crowned Shield Zamazenta. And then the wild encounters for this event, really, again, it's not about the spawns. I'm not excited about the spawns. Maybe you guys are, for some of you who don't have some of these, but they're going to be Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, Skwovet, Wooloo, Caterpie, Ghastly, Chansey, Shuckle, Sableye, Beldum, Darumaka, Trubbish, and Phalanx. Yeah, so it's not going to be about that. It's going to be about the max battles. That's what this entire thing is centered around, because that's the most exciting part. It's a new feature and they're bringing back everything, which is super exciting. But again, it's going to be expensive. So just realize that going in, that hopefully they release some boxes, some bundles with those max particles, because it's tough. And again, start hoarding those max particles. So that's going to be August. August is going to be a lot of fun. What are you most excited for? What Gigantamax do you want the most when the max finale comes out? I will see you guys out in the field, and we'll talk soon. Bye.